Hello dear student. As you know, in the part 1 of this poem, we have discussed that how wonderfully H.E. Wilkinson has written this poem in imaginary world. So, in the first two stanzas, we have discussed that how people are walking on their heads, how the sea is made up of sand, and how the school is running at night. And in the second, we will talk about the front door stayed with that backside. When you are walking at that time, you are standing in this land. When you are standing, it means you are walking, and you are wearing your hat on the feet, not on the head. So these two stanzas we have discussed in the part 1. So now let's talk upon third stanza. In that, what the examples, what are the works he is giving us, and exactly happening opposite in this top survey line. So let's see that. And buses on the sea you will meet. So you will meet the buses on the sea, not on the street. Here we see the buses on the road, but in this land it is happening on the sea. While pleasure boats are planned to travel up and down the street of topsy-turvy land. So when the boats are traveling up and down to the street. Street means on the roads. So the boats are traveling on the roads and the buses are traveling in the sea. So exactly happening opposite here. In our land, the buses are traveling on the road and the boats are sailing on the sea. But here in this topsy-turvy land, the buses are running in the sea and the boats are moving on the street. That's what we can discuss in third stanza. Let's talk in number 4. You pay for what you never get. So you are paying for what you never get. I think it must be grand. So obviously, if you are not paying for what you are getting, so you will take it more and more. Definitely, if here we have some of the things without paying, if you are getting that, then we will grab the whole world. Correct? So in that same manner, this land is really a grand land because whatever things you are getting there, you don't have to pay for that purpose. And in this land, when you are going somewhere else, at that time you are coming back to the home. Suppose you are going home to the school, it means you are coming back to the home. So what is happening here? Exactly opposite to the idea what we are doing here. So this land is totally opposite to our land and happening the things exactly opposite. Because when you're going here, it means you're coming back to home. When you're buying something and you're getting in the shop, you don't have to pay for that purpose. But if you're not taking anything in the shop, you have to pay for that. So all the people, those who are going in the shop, definitely they'll buy something because otherwise they have to pay for it. Getting it? That's what the imaginary wonderful poem Wilkinson has written about it. And now, if we look at the exercises in this poem, you can look for the meaning first. That topsy-turvy land means it's upside down, completely opposite we can say, as shown the picture in the poem there. And pleasure means feeling of enjoyment. The pleasure boats, wonderful boats which when you move on the sea, that's very slow and very nice to move in that. Grand here means big, great fun. That's the meaning of it. Let's go for the simple question and answer here. When do the children go to school in topsy-turvy land? So the answer for this is, I know you can give the correct answers. That the answer is, the children go to school at night in topsy-turvy land. In the poem, if buses travel on the sea, then where do the boats travel and how should it rightly be? Just as I told you that, the buses are traveling in the sea in this topsy-turvy land and the boats are traveling on the road. Where? In this topsy-turvy land, the upside down land. The buses are traveling in the sea there and the boats are traveling on the street. But here, it rightly should be like in our land, the buses are traveling on the road and the boats are traveling or sailing in a sea. So that's completely opposite things are happening in this land. And now look at the third question what they've asked. The topsy-turvy land is very different from our land, correct? That is completely opposite. It's an imaginary land. Let's draw a comparison by filling in sentence wherever needed. So here we'll complete this activity by just comparing both the lands. Our land means in which we are living in, and Topsy land, that is imaginary land, as the poet has guided in that way we can say. So look at that, how the things are happening in this land and our land. So people are walking on their heads in this land. In our land, people are walking on the feet. So we can write that people walk on their feet. The buses run on land. In our land we can say the buses run on land, but their buses sails in the sea. They wear their hats on feet. The people in this land are wearing their hats on the feet, but here we wear our hats on a head. Then number 4th, boats sail in the sea in our land, but there boats travel in the street. And if you look at the 5th point, the people pay for what they don't get. So people are paying there for exactly what they are getting, and here we pay for what we are getting, or we can write we don't pay, we have not got it. Getting it? So these are the complete opposite things are happening in this Topsy land, and it's completely imaginary poem written by Wilkinson. His ideas for presenting this poem is just to make you understand the great fun of imagination and how it can take you to the great height. Imagination has a great power that can change anything in any manner, so you can imagine in that way also to it. I hope you have got the poem correctly with the meanings and question and answer also. So we'll continue the next chapter number 2 in the next video. Thank you so much, dear students.